Alright, boys and girls, so here we are, up in Sherman Oaks, just tracking drums for the new Testing Tomorrow single, called Deriva, which is turning out pretty cool. So, Stephen Levitt, engineering, this is Lance, studio, got Andrew and Jeff on the other side in the control room going over drum and bass tracks. Let's see, there you go. Oh, there's Stephen. Hey, Stephen! Hi! Alright, so just finished tracking drums. Went really, really good. Let's break down the kit. So, DW, 6-ply maple shells, exotic finish. 10-inch tom, 12-inch, 14-inch, and 16-inch floor toms. As far as cymbals are concerned, this is my classic Peisty setup, of course. Wouldn't play anything else. Heavy hi-hat top signature, although I use a bottom, which is Sound Creation 14-inch, which is a 1970s hi-hat bottom. Makes it a little darker. Terry Bozzio's cup chime, the actual one that he used on the solo drums video, his first instructional video, above a 11-inch signature splash. Some of you might know, some of you don't, probably don't care, but I like odd sizes. So I use I took this one off, but this is a 17-inch 2002 crash and a 19-inch Alpha rock crash. Best crash ever, actually, to ride on, because it doesn't get too washy, doesn't get too bright, doesn't have that bright crystal sizzle that can be a little intrusive for recording. So I actually use this, which works really great. My Alpha Metal Ride 22-inch, awesome, beefy, ballsy ride. 2002 China, because I like vintage sound. Everyone knows here that I'm a big John Bonham fan, so 2002s can't miss from my setup. Signature full crash down here, underneath the China, next to the ride. This is my setup, and another slightly larger cup chime. Today I used DW 5000 double pedal. I usually use Iron Cobra, but for Testing Tomorrow stuff, and needs a little bit more beef and doesn't have that much speed necessity, I use DW's 5000, which have slightly bigger beaters and are a little beefier sounding. That's pretty much it. This is the drum room. As I mentioned, things went really well. We got a great sound. Oh, yeah. The most important part of the drum kit, the snare drum. Now, guys, this has got some history. This is a Tama 1980s Bell Brass snare drum. This thing is 6.5 inch deep, 14-inch is the diameter. What a monster. And you guys might, some of you drum nerds might recognize this, but this very one was a snare drum that was on Nirvana's Nevermind album. And that album has a historical, whether you like it or not, it has a historical snare drum sound. That snare drum sound is killer. It's one of the best rock snare drum sounds that I've ever heard. And this same model, not this very same drum, but the same model was used on the Black Album, on Metallica's Black Album. So it's actually one of the best snare drums for hard rock tracking. And this very one is the one that Nirvana used on Nevermind. And it's part of the studio here. So that's a little bit of a rock history piece that we used for Testing Tomorrow's recording today. And all the energy that thing releases. So let's go over to the control room. Andrew's bass. He finished tracking bass. They're comping bass tracks now. Let's go see. Who needs to be more on time?
Everybody.
You mean so we're late?
Yeah, you guys like showed up the next day. It was so late. I'm kidding.
Hey Jeff, say something. Do something to the fans.
That's my voice.
Oh yeah, he ate pizza, so we couldn't find a gluten-free pizza for Jeff.
Yeah, it screwed me up, dude. Can't do that.
This guy smoked some weed. Hey, Mr. Bass Player. Say something. Let's check out the other side. Ooh, awards. Wow. They're all yours, Jeff?
No.
Check out the view. That's Lance over there. And that's the view from the studio. We are in the Hollywood Hills. So it's a little cloudy day. Showered a little this morning, so everything's nice and green. That's pretty nice. It's a view of the San Fernando Valley up over Los Angeles. The espresso machine. And from Grom, everyone. See you next time.